Alright, so boom. The amount of people I don't be knowing on these covers increases more and more every year. Now, unlike a lot of folks, I'm not blaming XXL for that. I put that on myself. I don't listen to a lot of new music at all, so me not knowing who a lot of these artists are every year, I can easily admit that that's my own problem. Usually when these covers get released and people don't recognize the artist, they immediately look at XXL and go, man, this list is trash, I don't know any of these people. I don't think you people realize that, to some degree, you not knowing most of the people on the list says a lot about you, and you may just not be tapped into young up-and-coming hip-hop artists. This is a conversation as old as time, bruh. I found a Reddit thread from 2014 where people were saying stuff like this, asking, do artists even benefit from being on the list anymore? Is it even worth it? Someone specifically said, Chance the Rapper being on the list ain't gonna do ish for him. So people have been having these conversations for 10 years now on whether or not the freshman list is even important. Either way, whether it's important or not, I like to tap in every year because I don't take the freshman list nearly as deeply as a lot of y'all do. I don't be caring about whether this is a good representation for the culture or any of that. I just think it's a cool little activity to check out every summer, and that's it. So, it's summer 2024, and I have listened to several songs from everyone on this year's freshman list, and now I'm going to give y'all my opinion on each person.
I knew I was gonna make millions all my life. I knew I was gonna.
Let me just start by saying that I'm glad XXL is showing Detroit rap some love. 42 Dugg was on the list in 2021. Babytron and Babyface Ray were both on the list for 2022, and now they got Skilla Baby, who was definitely someone I was expecting to make it. I wasn't surprised at all to see his name here. Skilla is one of the artists on the list that has the most projects. Y'all know how it be freshmen pulling up to the cover that have one project or even none? This man Skilla got 13 projects in the past 5 years. He's like the young boy never broke again of Detroit. This man stays putting out a project every few months. The last thing you have to worry about is him not dropping music. He feeds the streets so much to the point where you might get sick of it because of how much you're eating. Now, throughout my journey of listening to Skilla, there's a few notes that I have about him. Some are his fault, some things aren't his fault. One thing that isn't his fault, and a lot of new rappers have this problem, is that they can completely sound like somebody else that's already in the rap game. In Skilla's case, this man has a song called See the Point, where he sounds exactly like YB and Amiri.
My mom tatted on my arm because she mean a lot. I ain't never had no dad, never had no pops.
Brody showed me how to get it out the pot. I ain't get it off the bin, I got it off the block.
Considering that he's a street rapper, a lot of the things you will hear would be the same old, same old. Catching that op slipping, how he was broke and had to hustle to get to where he is, rada 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 rada. Like his song Duck Yo Taco is pretty cool and I recommend that. But he has a song called Trees, which is one of those I'm depressed, I've been down bad on my ass songs. And this song is completely saved by the production. The production is so clean and soulful, but this man Skilla does this thing where after a line, he'll go, like it sounds like this. I ain't really been happy in a while. How I deal with my problems, smoke some loud.
How I deal with my problems, smoke some loud.
But one of the main things that's helping Skilla grow in his career is when he makes songs for the ladies. And as everyone knows, if the hoes love you, you gon' make it. He doesn't make R&B, they're still full-blown rap tracks, but it be tracks about how lovely a girl is, how he respects her independence and her hustles, and other times he just simply talks about his adventures with smashing girls. One of my favorite songs by him is a song he made with T Grizzly called Side Piece. This song is a hood version of the track Same Girl by Kels and Usher. It's the same track like, hey T bro, I think we smashing the same bitch.
Ass fat, pussy good, yeah I came quick. I ain't gonna lie bro, I think we done hit the same bitch.
Some of his other For the Whole songs are, one of them is actually his second most popular song on YouTube, and it's called Bae. I actually don't like this song. This man walked into this beauty salon on full simp mode, talking about, yeah, I like what y'all got going on in here. Do you mind if I pay for every girl to get their nails and hair done? That's not why I dislike the song though. I dislike it because it's just a boring, baby girl, you bad and you know it, I'm about to trick on you kind of song.
Babe, you know you fine, don't you? Babe, you know you fine. Babe, you know you fine, don't you?
I mean, just look at this. This video is dedicated to all the women. You are beautiful in every way imaginable. We want to honor you with this video. He does this, man, I'm just showing love to the females stuff very often. I was calling him a simp as a joke though. I don't have a problem with it. But then he has a song called Brand New, which is another song I don't like because it's just a basic ass song about buying stuff for girls. Brand new S-Class, that's for my bitch. Brand new G-Wagon, that's for my bitch. AP bust down, that's for the side bitch.
My main bitch iced up, my side hoes froze. My bitch like white gold, my side hoes rose.
The last thing I'm going to highlight, and this right here is the #1 worst thing about Skilla Baby. This man is a horrible singer. Granted, if you look at him, Skilla doesn't look like somebody that's a great singer anyway, but for some reason he still tries to do it, and it's awful, yo.
Nigga, this how we live, we don't cap about nothing. Maybe if you leave the crib, you can rap about something. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun.
Some people may say, that's crazy, bro. You going against someone from your own city? I'm not about to sit up here and lie to y'all. I'm telling you as a Detroit native, if you do not listen to Skilla Baby, you will be fine. He's just alright.
Send a Christian up to God, if he Muslim, send him to Allah.
Like to put my thumb in a butt like I'm Pootie Tang. I'm a freak neat, man, I love it when them titties hang.
ScarLip is the first person on the list where I can tell y'all I was disappointed in their music. And I'm gonna tell you why. So when it comes to her, she's one of the people from this list that I recognized. But for the past year or so, anytime I ever heard her name, it was never about music. I would see her name because of the tragic backstories that she has. How she was kicked out of the house at 16, how she got punched in the face by her older brother, which led to her going to the hospital, and she had to get hella stitches on her lip, which is actually the reason why she got her name.
I had to put that out there so that I wouldn't feel ashamed anymore. I put ScarLip because if I call myself, yeah, I got a scar on my lip. Yeah, people make fun of me. People talk about me, say I got herpes. They say all of these type of things about me. But if I put ScarLip and call myself it, I'll be confident and nobody will be able to make me feel less than who I am.
How she was inappropriately touched by her auntie's boyfriend. Like, I have never heard anything positive about this woman. I've hardly ever seen a smile on her face before. So when I watched the mean comments video, she was one of the rappers that wasn't taking anything serious and was having a good time with it.
Your cocaine said, you need a better team. Don't be a one-hit wonder. Actually, I'm a 3-hit wonder. So gobble these nuts. You dig me?
So I'm watching this like, oh man, look at her smiling and having a good time. I couldn't wait to check her out then. Instantly, I was let down by a lot of what I heard. So ironically, what I just said about Skilla and how some freshmen have no projects when they go on the list, ScarLip is one of those people. She just went viral in 2022 for a song she made called Glizzy Gobbler. Oh man. Other than the name being freaky, I instantly disliked the song when I heard it was a drill record. Y'all know I can't stand drill music. So I get not having a project because it's only been a year and a half since you blew up. But at the same time, nah bro, put out something. The only project I was able to find, and I truly don't believe that this is a project by her, is an EP called Journey to I'm a Piano 2021. I'm seeing this project on every music platform under her name. It's on her YouTube, her Apple Music page, her iHeart Music page, and I'm like, what is this? This can't be a real album. The reason this seems sketchy to me is because there's no vocals on here. All 4 of these songs are South African dance beats, which is incredibly random for her. There has to be some other artist in the world named ScarLip because I refuse to believe she's the one that made this. Since blowing up from Glizzy Gobbler, she has changed the type of music she makes. When she first started, she was rapping and doing softer singing about freeing your mind and accepting yourself for who you are, like on her songs Lose Control.
Lose control. It's in my bones. It's in my soul.
And the song Solace.
Forgive the ones that hurt you, but yo, never forget to tell myself that I'm beautiful. Looking in the mirror, getting used to you.
But after Glizzy popped off, she pretty much abandoned the whole poetic singing style, and now she just raps aggressively and rugged, such as the song Blick, which again is over that weak ass drill sound. Another track where she's on her barking, New York stuff is the song This Is New York.
Get the fuck out, New York. You ain't welcomed anymore. Get the fuck out, New York. We ain't feeling you.
Even her most popular song I didn't like either. Ironically, she's not being very loud and aggressive on this one. It's actually a softer speaking street record. But her biggest song, No Statements, is a threatening, intimidating song, but she repeatedly goes on the hook, and it makes it so boring. And the way she pronounces her words is weird. Hold on, wait. Stop with a Nigga got caught with a Hit with a I'm like, what is this?
Nigga got left with the get swept with the nigga got caught.
The best thing I heard from ScarLip was easily her performance about her dead mother on Bootleg Kev's podcast. It's only a minute long, and yet she packed some really powerful lyrics inside of that 1 minute.
Since my mom died, something in me changed. Seeing her body in the casket triggered something in my brain.
So yes, I was super disappointed in ScarLip. As a person, she was one of my favorite people. But as soon as I heard the music, I went, oh hell no.
While I'm playing guitar, I got cuz on the drum, hubba max, chopper chewing mud like some gun, got a lot of straps, and they gon' burn like the sun.
That Mexican out of Texas is my favorite person on the whole list. This man is washing a lot of people here. OT went viral last year when he released his song Johnny Dang with Pow Wow. Now I actually didn't hear this song at the time. Where I first found out about OT is when that boy CDTV Productions made his best songs of 2023 video, and he had the song Johnny Dang in the 10th spot. And truthfully, CDTV described the positives of this song and the positives of OT's rap style really well in just this clip.
One of the things that makes it so repeatable is the way that Mexican OT kind of rolls his R sounds while he's flowing. It's a small touch, but it just sounds so good.
The number one best thing about OT's music is his delivery. This man's flow and how he delivers his rhymes can instantly make you attracted to his sound. And admittedly, he does sound like a few other rappers based on his voice and based on his rapid fire raps. Take Kevin Gates, take Finesse 2 times, take The Baby, then add a Mexicano personality in the mix, and you got that boy OT. There's a lot of songs he has where I promise you, after hearing them for like 10 seconds, you're gonna go, he sounds like Kevin Gates on this, or he's rapping like The Baby. Another thing that strongly helps OT's music is his sense of humor. Dude definitely has some witty moments that will just make you go, ha! I was listening to his song Scales, and I laughed when this man said, she be crying about her boyfriend, I told her let's link, we could fuck the pain away. Another funny line that made me laugh was when he had a food scheme on his song Off the Wall, where he went,
the fries that across your eyes, I got the shakes that'll make you quake, and I got the burgers that'll, I just got the burgers.
And then his song Cowboy Killer, which is one of the most Texas songs imaginable that he has. He was on here singing like Sandy Cheeks in that one episode. But there's a line where he goes, yes, I talk shit about the devil, but no, I ain't any better. Right on.
Yes, I talk shit about the devil, but no, I ain't any better. Right on.
The last thing I'm gonna say that's a positive about OT is that he does not hide his dedication to his roots, his people, and where he comes from. This man reps his fellow Mexicanos and reps Texas all the time. You can tell blood in, blood out that he's proud of where he comes from. He's been moving like crazy and getting hella numbers and money, and he deserves it. This man got songs with Denzel Curry, Moneybagg Yo, fellow XXL classmate BigXthaPlug, a song with Camilla Terrymain, a song with Currency. Just for that, we moving on to the next person.
They don't even know what it really mean to get that shit back in blood.
1, 2, 3 bad bitches sitting beside me. SRT Black Jeep come and find me.
Okay, here's the first person on the list that I never heard of. I knew Skilla, OT, and ScarLip, but Hunxho was the first person that made me go, who is this? Which is crazy because I'm seeing people already say, hell yeah, they made the right call choosing Hunxho. Man's been making moves for a while now. And yes, I guess he has been putting in work because he also has 13 projects. But his first one dates back to summer 2017. 13 projects in 7 years is still a good output though. Bruh, the funniest mean comment of all time was graced upon this man. During the reading mean comments video, someone said that he looks like Squidward's house, and I have not been able to unsee it since. They was also saying he looks like a tiki mask. These were the best jokes in that video. I initially thought that he looked like Iman Shumpert. After that Squidward thing, I started thinking, you know what? He looks like a dude that would date an R&B singer and would be very unfaithful to her. What's wild about me saying this is that I found out afterwards that he's dating Keisha Cole, bruh. How about that? And this is actually recent news. Him and Keisha popped out in the beginning of May and said that they were together. Call me a hater, but I have a feeling that him and Keisha are about to have some infidelity issues. Speaking of relationship issues, Hunxho has relationship songs in his catalog, where he's singing about, "Oh baby, do you love me? Do you want me? Are you gonna call me like you said you would? Is this really your real phone number?" Like on his song, Yes.
Tell me, do you love me like you say you do? Yes. Tell me, can I do whatever I want to you? Yes.
There's this other love song he has called Your Friends, and this song seems controlling. He was getting his future Hendrix on with this record, in terms of sound and content. This man started singing about how he doesn't like his girls homegirls. "I don't trust them. They ain't got nothing going on in their life. Why you spending time with them instead of with me? Why the hell you at the club with them when we can be in Paris? Why the hell you go outside? I'm trying to girl start a family."
Why the hell you at the club with them when we can be in Paris? Why the hell you go outside? I'm trying to fuck.
"I don't need you hanging out with bitches that you better than. I don't need you hanging out at all. That's something you better than. I don't need you hanging out at all." This girl can't even have a hobby away from this nigga. I know what he means though, but the way he worded it is horrible. This boy Hunxho is acting like Chris from Baby Boy. Get off the goddamn phone, bumping your gums, talking to them hoes. I did start playing his Hunxho project, and bruh, the first song made me not care about this project instantly. The opening track is called Heartless, and you can probably tell by the title what this is. It's a piano-laced Polo G type of song where he raps about how he and his mama ain't had no money, had to deal with eviction notices, having the lights turned off. I had to hit the streets and put in work, blah, blah, blah. Insanely generic song. I really don't like the auto-tune effects on this either. This sounds like he's rapping underwater.
Trying to help my mama, I started putting robbery. Need God to help my problems out. Oh Lord, this shit been hard.
The background vocals sounded much better than him. His auto-tune actually be ruining a good amount of his songs for me because he'll say something meaningful, but the way he delivers it is very weak. On his song 7 AM, he has a line where he talks about dealing with a woman that has daddy issues, so she looks for those father-like traits in her man. But then he mentions his own daddy issues and say, "I had to be a father to myself because I didn't have my dad either."
You looking for that father figure in me because he failed you. I had to be that father figure.
You looking for that father figure in me because he failed you. I had to be that father figure to myself, he failed me. So yeah, that's all Squidward is. He's an underwater auto-tune rapper that raps about his pain, his struggles in the hood, SRTs, Amiri jeans, and he got some love songs for the ladies too. He is not special at all. You've heard this type of music a million times before.
Everything he do get me up.
Now, Bankz is another one where I don't know who she is or where she came from, but y'all must strongly dislike her because the amount of people I saw saying, "Why the hell is Bankz on here? XXL, what are y'all doing picking her? Female rap must be super down bad if y'all got Bankz representing the ladies." So for someone who's never heard of her, I was like, damn, what did she do to y'all? Before checking out her music, all I had to say is, y'all can't put nothing past XXL. If they can put Ruby Rose and Saucy Santana on one of these lists, trust and believe they'll put anybody. First thing I saw was that this girl has a song with 10 million views, and it's her song Tell Your Girlfriend, which is a track about dating a dude that has a woman already, and Lay is saying, "You need to tell your girlfriend about me, or I will."
What if I let your girl find out?
Apparently back in April of this year, this song topped the Billboard TikTok charts for 3 whole weeks. So already I can see people looking at her and thinking, "Oh, that's that one girl from TikTok." But another TikTok song she had was her song Ick. And yes, it's a song about how men do things that give her the ick.
He gave me the
You know what vibes I get from this girl? Actually, there's 2 of them. The 2 sets of vibes that I get from Bankz. One, I get female 2 Rare vibes from her. The man that I was calling Hopscotch Hairline last year, yeah, Bankz is a female version of him. Considering they're both from Philadelphia, PA, and they use the popular Philly dance beat sound in their music, there you go. I actually heard her use a very similar line that 2 Rare used in his cypher. The part where he was like, "I got the whole world really shaking their hips." Lay has a song called Throw That, where she said the same thing.
We got the whole world shaking their hips. All this drama, who started this shit?
Not that I'm trying to body shame her, but there's a line in this song where she says something that made me go, this doesn't even apply to you. You're just saying this because you hear other female rappers say it. It's when she went, I'm with my bitches, we throwing it back. He trying to me, this ass is too fat. Lay Bankz saying this ass is too fat under any context is just not true. Like, you not Erica Banks or Megan Thee Stallion, like chill out. But the second vibe I got from her is, I get very strong, I spend all day on social media vibes from Lay Bankz. Listening to her songs, seeing her music videos, watching her dance, and seeing her quirky personality, I get a feeling she's one of those girls that regularly talks like, period, it's the blank for me, it's giving blank. Or hell, he gives me the ick. There you go. She made a whole song about that. Mostly, her music feels like music for young girls. Granted, she's 20 years old, so she's very young. But the overall aesthetic of Lay Bankz, and from what I see of her personality and stuff, she literally acts like a girl that just got out of high school. She has another track called Doodoo Blick. This is what I mean. The names of her songs just sound childish. That, in addition to the social media thing, when I hear Lay Bankz just talk, I feel like I'm listening to somebody talk that spends her entire day on Instagram or TikTok. I'm not necessarily saying this to hoe her because, like, how you gonna make fun of somebody for being young? That's not what I mean. I'm just simply acknowledging that the music she makes is far out of my demographic. The only times I don't feel like this towards her is when she makes songs that are flat out R&B. She doesn't make the quirky dance music all the time. She has her songs that are flat out R&B tracks. And when you listen to these songs, you can get SZA or Kehlani vibes. Like her song Smackdown.
You ain't never met nobody like me, and you never gonna. I'm sugar on the iced tea.
She also has a song called I Don't F With You, which in the music video, she's murdering her boyfriend for cheating on her. You know that I'm crazy. Why you think that you can lie to me and get away with it? So yeah, check that one out too. I'll give Lay some credit for that. She has her Philly dance songs, her quirky social media personality songs, and then just straight up R&B songs. So she's doing her thing that works for her, but this is definitely somebody I wouldn't listen to.
Shitting on these bitches and I'm just now getting started. Don't like me for no reason, so I know.
Maiya The Don has got to be the #1 most annoying freshman in a very long time. The mean comments video, when it came to her, Jesus Christ, I almost stopped watching because of her responses alone. Somebody said Maiya The Don can't rap, she sucks. Listen to this girl's response.
Guess who thinks I can rap? Boy, do I have news for you.
She laughs like a damn seagull. Boy, do I have news for you. There was someone else that said, I'm mad y'all made Maiya The Don known. And she was all like, boo, you're mad, you're mad, you're mad, boo. I was watching this video like, oh my gosh, this woman is annoying as hell. I didn't even get to the music yet. She was immediately my least favorite human being after watching that video. Don't worry, I'm not about to be in here body shaming her though. I could be in here calling her the Pillsbury Dough Girl, but I'm not about to do that. Now, I first heard of Maiya when she was on the female cypher that XXL did in January 2024. This cypher was flames, by the way. I'm talking about exactly like his mama did. All of the ladies here did a nice job. But this was my first and last time seeing Maiya. After this video, I have not heard anything about this woman for months until when this year's cover was released. Speaking of cyphers, I actually found out she was on the cypher during the BET Awards show last year with That Mexican OT. How about that? I wasn't impressed with this though. The best line in her whole cypher is when she said, I'll put the Timbs to your head like an Afro beat. And that was the very last line of her verse. In regards to her music, for Dough Girl, I actually found myself playing more of her radio freestyles and performances more than her songs. Because when it comes to her songs, I started getting annoyed that she would rap over samples so much. She has a song called Telfie where she rapped over a sample of Cisco's Thong song.
I'm too hot, so these bitches ain't cool with me. I'm too tough, ain't shit a bitch could do to me. Pull up on the eye, got the drop.
This Telfie song is her most popular track on YouTube, by the way, and it's not even at 3 million views. It's at 7.5 million streams on the spot, so that's something. She got a song called Dusties that samples 50 Cent and Lil Kim's Magic Stick.
I don't wanna get caught up with none of these niggas. Me and my money way too involved.
bum ass bitches can't relate to me.
She got a song called Love You Better, which samples Mary J's and Lil Kim's I Can Love You.
I can love you better than she can.
And she got a song called Body that samples Mariah Carey's Touch My Body. I'm not about to play this one, but y'all get the idea. Coming across tracks like these just makes me go, girl, do you not know how to make your own songs? When I was watching her freestyles, bruh, she does the same thing that other New York female rappers do, where they would go from sounding feminine to sounding really manly back and forth. I don't know why New York women choose to not talk in their normal voice, but Maiya The Don was on Bootleg Kev's channel doing a freestyle over 50 Cent's Baby by Me, and at the beginning, she was using her regular voice, talking like, yeah, it's Big Maiya The Don, what we doing, Kev? And then immediately after, like 4 seconds later, she goes, yeah.
Big Maiya The Don, what we doing, Kev?
Little 50 Cent, come on.
Oh yeah.
Talking about, oh yeah. The New York deep voice can work in her favor though, because probably the best song I found from her is her freestyle Truth Is, and she's rapping in that voice.
Baby, pass that Don, I get Nikki off the liquor. If I get that bottle hole, you better watch your.
One thing about Maiya that I will give her strong props for, she isn't afraid to shake that ass. I say she isn't afraid to shake that ass. She really makes bad bitch getting my money music, so if you've heard the Lottos and the Ken the Mans of the world, then you heard Maiya as well. But she knows she look good and can't nobody tell her otherwise. If you watch the music video to her song Keep It Cute, there's many of shots where she's repping her breasts and throwing ass and whatnot. This isn't an X-Hamster sponsorship or nothing, but if you like to see that, check that video out. Bro, but y'all believe Doe Girl dropped a song last month and it only has 800 views? 800 views! 800! And only 40,000 subscribers on her YouTube. She probably gonna see this damn video I'm making right now. But seeing this, it made me realize she's got to be the least popular person on this list.
Got your bitch up in my crib, yeah, she wanna lay with me. She can't stay with me, my crib.
The only other time where I heard Rich Amiri's name before the Freshman list came out is when he had some issues with an underground rapper named Jace. And Jace was saying Rich Amiri was on his Marcus Houston stuff and was talking to minors. And also, I saw his name again in September of 2023 because Amiri was trending in regards to his comments about cheating on women, saying, I don't care if I cheat 30 times, I'm a rapper, that's what I'm supposed to do. Y'all hoes be green, if you cheat one time, you're a whore. He's the complete opposite of Skilla Baby, as you can see. Amiri don't give a damn about these girls.
How do you react to a breakup? I feel like the only breakup where I really was like, damn, was my first ever like real girlfriend. And I think like after that, I just got desensitized.
Now for his music, man, I was talking about Squidward sounding like Future. Nah, this dude, Rich Amiri, for sure sounds like Future. He also sounds like Lil Key and even Lil Yachty. I played his EP Chase that came out 2 years ago, and this entire EP is just auto-tuned crooning about how I don't want to be in love, I'm trying to get this money, I gave you my heart and you broke it in two, I'm done trying to find the right one. Peep this song number 2 and tell me it don't sound like Yachty.
But I wanna do that again, I got way too comfortable, so I gotta do it all again.
Or even the song right after it called Focus.
Always like you were the one for me, now you hit my phone like you don't want me, you tested my phone like what's wrong with me.
Ignore this weak ass tape, bruh. It's only 6 songs and all 6 of them sound like that. I had someone tell me that when he sings, it sounds like Rich Amiri got rocks in his mouth, and I fully agree with this. It's like when he talks, he never closes his mouth, like his jaw is down the entire time. You got bad, I don't fall, I pay on you, you will be both, I can never on you. Since that project came out in 2020, I went, okay, let me see if some stuff came out later on that sounds any different. I played the project Evolution, hoping that he would evolve with his sound, and I was instantly hearing the same thing. His entire style is just rapping and singing over these spacey beats. Sometimes he uses his regular voice, other times his auto-tune. But either way, it hardly ever sounds good. It just sounds whatever. What made me upset about this project in particular though, I felt like I was listening to another version of DC The Don's Funeral album. Y'all know DC was on the list last year, and I covered his music too. One of my favorite songs from DC is the track Shout It. Eclipse by DC was also cool too. Basically everyone asking if I got a classic, I'm dropping another one this year. I like that one too. When I was playing Evolution, I felt like I was listening to the same type of music, such as the song Don't Feel Ya.
What is you saying? What is you saying? Amiri be rocking them chains.
And Ace.
I ain't worried about no nonsense, just worried about my dog. I'm ballin' like a rocket.
Which is crazy because Rich Amiri's project came out 2 months before DC The Don's. But I don't care, my opinion is the same. Rich Amiri's music ain't bad to me, but I feel like I'm just listening to a collage of everybody else. Even after playing other tracks like Madonna and Rihanna, Poppin' with Lil Tecca, and of course One Call, I feel like I'm listening to a mixture of Yachty, DC The Don, and Future. I deadass had somebody straight tell me Rich Amiri brings a new sound to hip hop. Look, I get that y'all really be fans of these rappers, but y'all don't have to flat out lie to people to hype them up. You can listen to Rich Amiri and instantly name like 4 other rappers that he sounds like. Speaking of Future, Rich Amiri had the nerve to make a song called Cobain Crazy. I saw this and thought, fuck wrong with you, boy? You disrespecting the classic. Take the lesson, pull it all in the air. Too many days gone by. Boy, what's wrong with you? But hey, Cobain Crazy ended up being one of Rich Amiri's best songs. I actually didn't have a problem with it. Every freshman list has people that are dope, really good. It'll have a couple of people that are ass, and then the bulk of the list are artists that are just okay and make you go, they alright. Rich Amiri is in that they alright category for me. He just sounds like other people that already exist, but not in a good way. You know, for someone like OT, I said he sounds like Finesse 2 Times, The Baby, and Kevin Gates, but OT has his own uniqueness to him as well, with his personality and sense of humor. Amiri doesn't have any of that. If you listen to him and you think he's fire and makes great music, I seriously don't know how.
I need a real thick bitch from the south, real pretty in the face, but thick and really out here.
I've been seeing people say that BigXthaPlug is the biggest artist on the list, period. So apparently he's been buzzing for some time now. I came across an article on Rhyme Junkie posted last June about the 5 artists that were snubbed from last year's class, and the person that wrote it had Big X on that list, saying he had a massive year in 2023 and should have been a lock for that list. I'm not being biased towards Texas rappers, but I rock with all 3 Texas artists on this list. That Mexican out of Texas is obviously out of Texas, and I say he was my favorite one on here. Big X is from Texas and I like him too. I haven't talked about in this video yet the 3rd person that's from Texas, but if you know who that is, then yes, I rock with him as well. BigXthaPlug's most popular song, ironically, is a 2-minute track called Texas. And like I said with OT, man, Texas artists love to put on for their town. When he shouted out Devin the Dude, Trey the Truth, and Jay-Z's wife, I went, ayy.
Hey, see y'all from Texas. We got Beyonce, Trey the Truth, and we can't forget Devin.
His second biggest song, Whip It, the music video alone is something that shows his personality, as it has a 70s disco vibe to it.
Hey, let it whip in the pot in my spot, all that powder was locked. Once the freeze had a taste, it was hot.
Now about his projects, I played his first mixtape, Back from the Dead, and admittedly, I didn't care for this mixtape too much, as I felt like I was listening to Memphis rap. Not that I dislike Memphis dudes or nothing, but playing this song, Grapevine, for example, this sounded like some Shiesty and Big 30 music.
Hey, I heard through the grapevine you a pussy, shoulda knew it, nigga. I'm so well connected.
My favorite track from this was Pocket Watching. This man said, I've been ganking like SOBRBE. I have not heard the name of that group in ages.
I've been ganging like SOBRBE and 4KT, search baby.
Now, in general, Big X does have basic rhymes about dealing with ops. I drink promethazine. If you cross me, you getting put 6 feet deep, etc. His song Wannabe from his mixtape Big Stepper, for example, that's all that song is. But I'ma be real. I like Big X, but overall, you can kind of get sick of hearing the same type of raps after a while. Big X got songs where he pops out and goes really crazy, but that's few and far between. His cool delivery can make his songs non-skippable. Like, you might not think they're boring, but it still just ends up being alright after you heard so many of them. Even Offset couldn't save him. He got a song with Offset called Climate. I can't even lie to y'all, after listening to the Back from the Dead tape and the Biggest mixtape, I got to Climate and I really didn't care for this song.
On the block with the work coming shop, hit the flame, make it rain, make the bitch come in my that nigga snitch for his pick hit.
So yeah, Big X is one of my favorites on the list, but I will honestly tell you guys not to think that he's incredible or nothing. You will start to tune him out the more and more you listen to him.
Who the fuck you raise your voice at, baby? Please watch tone. You ain't had that same energy when I used to make you moan.
This nigga here is boring as hell, dog. Cobain is easily the #1 worst artist on this year's list. I wouldn't listen to this bum ass dude if he was the only musical artist in the galaxy. I'd rather listen to Bankz, Dough Girl. I'd rather listen to Saucy Santana than listen to this nigga. So issue #1 came into play when I listened to his mixtape Slizzy Timing. His rap style on this tape is that fast auto-tune rapping over a modern day trap beat. Like, for the people that listen to Ken Carson, do y'all know his song Change?
Fucking with me, all you heard was a bad. I don't fuck with nobody, I'm doing my thing. All of these drugs keeping me sane, call up my plug.
That type of faster rap over modern production, fucking with me, all you heard was a bang. I don't fuck with nobody, I'm doing my thing. All of these drugs keeping me sane. Nearly every song on Slizzy Timing sounds like this. For one, it's on the song 7 Days.
I hate it, you know I'm a beast. Ain't finished, and incomplete. And then when I'm in it, I'm looking at your feet, little bitch.
It's on the song Touch.
Color just one touch. I be outside every day, that's a must. I see it happen and give me a rush. Quarter for quarter, Jay, cause he clutch.
And on the song Beautiful Lady.
This not the game, don't you play me. Attitude sticks, so you crazy. Real ads on the back, not no fakey.
I was like, what is this nonsense? So basically, that tape didn't work out. So I listened to his most recent mixtape, Pretty Girls Love Slizzy, which dropped in September 2023, and I still didn't like him after hearing this either. The first track I heard was In the Morning, featuring some guy named Flea. Cobain and Flea were on some freaky deaky stuff in this song, talking about how hard they dick is when they wake up in the morning. She pull up and then she just take off her clothes. I love when my bitches get fully exposed. She sucking my dick, I be curling my toes. I come in her mouth, then it come out her nose. It was another song on this tape where he had that flow called Took a While. It doesn't help that his lyrics are basic as hell. This is whack as hell to me, bruh. Pussy was super fire, won't forget you. Girl, you mine, I won't split you. Moving Slizzy is what I'm into. I wanna eat your pussy like a Skittle. You Cobain supporters out there, I don't know what y'all hearing this man. I was bored out of my mind listening to his music. I was done and checked out on Cobain, and then I had someone campaigning for this man, telling me, nah man, you gotta go listen to Fisher. You miss Fisher, man, that's his best track, play that one. I played Fisher, and if Fisher is this man's best song, then the bar for Cobain is in the goddamn dirt. This song is fine, and that's the issue. It's just fine. When your most popular and alleged best song is just fine, you got some work to do, man. No matter what I listened to, my mind didn't change. Rump, Dunk Contest, Slizzy Talk, Girl with the Tat. Every last one of these songs are pure, unadulterated, pasteurized, cage-free, free-range, wildly caught skips, my nigga. He is easily my least favorite freshman on this damn list.
I can fuck you good, but just don't get attacked.
Every time I look at D-Lo, he reminds me of Ice Cube's character Russell Red in the movie Janky Promoters. I can't unsee it. They have the exact same head shape, haircut, everything.
Michael Vick when you need it.
BossMan Dlow is one of the artists where I will say his most popular songs are really his best tracks. Because ones like Mr. Pot Scraper, that's the one right there. Left pocket full of pink 50s, right pocket got blues in it. Plug sending them packs to me, I know what to do with it. $1,000 shoes, I'm walking on a damn ounce. He ain't running up a bag, he running his damn mouth. Man said flip phone got the trap doing somersaults.
Flip phone, trap doing somersaults.
Now D-Lo only has 3 projects, all of them mixtapes. 2 Slippery from January 2023, 2 Slippery from December 2023. This iced out Wet Floor Sign is dope as hell to me. And then Mr. Beat the Road from March 2024. I actually completely ignored the Mr. Beat the Road mixtape, which is actually the project that Mr. Pot Scraper is on. That and another song on there called Get In With Me. Other than those two, I skipped this whole tape. Now, one thing I noticed with Dlow on some records is that it feels like he doesn't have a flow. He just talks over a beat. Not that it's a negative, but if you peep enough tracks, it sounds like he's just talking instead of rapping. Like, peep this part on his song Pop My Ish.
Get them broke ass nigga something to talk about. I feel like last time I was with a nigga bitch at the Wi-Fi.
Dlow's Florida influence be popping out sometimes too. There's a song that he has called Free Cat, and I can totally imagine Kodak Black being on this song. Because hell, Dlow was rapping like Kodak himself on here.
Hey, I got the racks on me, look like I hit the lottery. More money, more problem, I guess I was some problem.
Another thing too, like most rappers, he gotta make a song for the ladies here and there. So if you want that from Dlow, for whatever reason, check out his songs Need You Beside Me and Can't Leave You Alone.
Take the pain away on a rainy day, need you beside me. I don't wanna meet it, but I'm on this Henny, I need your vibe.
BossMan Dlow is one of those street rappers that you will more so like because of his personality as well, not because he be on record saying anything too crazy, but he does carry himself as a funny, cool dude. Most of his songs are about how much he got the trap jump in, how much drugs and weight he be pushing. You're legit going to hear the same bars on every single track. His beat selection is good, so combine that with how funny and how cool he is when he talks, you may end up enjoying a handful of tracks. However, I'ma be real when I say this, I'ma be real. I'ma have to put Dlow in the same realm as BigXthaPlug and say that when you hear the first several select songs of his, you'll say, hey, this dude is cool, he got some nice stuff. And then immediately after, as you dive into his mixtapes and you hear more and more deep cuts from him, you're gonna come across the basic getting money, I'm trapping type of raps and just go, yeah, this dude is okay. He's in the top half of the better freshmen on this list to me, and even then, he'll only blow you away for a handful of songs, and then you'll come across the mid. When I was looking up things about Dlow on the socials and stuff, apparently this man Dlow has been exposed for getting his ass eaten by a girl. I'm not about to fully go into it, but it's some girl that exposed him that has a video of him ass naked in a hotel bed, and she has a video of her eating a full moon. I don't know if this is real or not. All I know is people have been saying BossMan Dlow actually stands for BossMan on the down low. So, hey man, hey, I think that's the wildest thing I found out about somebody since making these my opinion on every yearly freshman videos.
Now how can I believe you when you say you love me?
Four Bats was neck and neck with Lay Bankz as the most disrespected freshman to be selected for this year's cover. I thought the Lay Bankz slander was enough. No, people were definitely on his ass too, calling him just another person that got hot on TikTok, and now all of a sudden he has these opportunities. But even him blowing up on TikTok is something I didn't know about. I keep telling y'all, I don't be on TikTok. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I don't do none of that shit. But what happened with Four Bats is what some may call a strong case of industry plannery. His first song, called Stickers 99, which he put out in June of last year, that wasn't what blew him up. He made a music video for the song that came out in October last year, but he still wasn't viral yet. What blew him up was a couple of months afterwards, he made his second song called Date at 8, and he had a From the Block performance of Date at 8. Apparently, this man went crazy viral thanks to this video because, and this is even something that I fell for as much as everybody else, he sounds absolutely nothing like he looks. The video had a bunch of goons and shiesty masks in the back, but the effects he uses on his voice completely throws you off. He gets on the mic sounding like Snow Allegra. It's similar to the Love, Live, Serve series of when the music video doesn't match the song, if you guys have seen that before. Four Bats Date at 8 performance is pretty much that. So after going crazy viral with this video, he was able to have a remix with none other than his very first feature was with Drizzy Drake Rogers when Drake hopped on the Date at 8 remix. The day after the remix with Drizzy dropped, Four Bats ended up signing with OVO. Some people may say that he's killing his career by signing to the OVO sweatshop, but hey man, only time will tell. Four Bats finally released his first project called You Made Me a Star, released in May of this year. And on that project, for his song On God, She Like, the remix of it features Kanye West.
You can't get no better than me, bitch. I'm the best you had. Do Italian leather on the bed.
There's only 9 songs on this tape, by the way. It's a short project. So, the fact that this man put out his first song in June 2023, got a Drake feature, is signed to OVO, got a Kanye West feature, only has 9 songs total, and is already an XXL Freshman all within a span of 12 months. Oh yeah, I don't blame a single person who is throwing the industry plant tag on 4Bats. All the opportunities he has gotten already off of one viral song is mind-boggling. My flabber was gassed when I saw that he had all this stuff within 1 year. The worst part about it too, this man's music is nice. His music is nice, bruh. He's actually top 2 on this freshman list in my opinion. 4Bats and that Mexican out of Texas are my favorite people on the cover. Realistically though, I get why someone wouldn't like 4Bats, as the high-pitched singing alone can make you go, alright, now what am I listening to? So if you don't like him, I get it. But to me, 4Bats music is just groovy, man. He got that slow, seduction R&B sound to his music. Out of those 9 songs on the tape, I enjoyed most of them. Some tracks I enjoyed, but I think they're just alright, such as All We Do Is Argue, and There Goes Another Vase.
Girl, you know that she's so toxic.
But my favorite 2 songs on this tape are tracks that I actually think are fire. And those, without a doubt, are Fucking You, 18 Plus.
I'm taking you down, babe, for real.
And then, man, his song, I Hate to Be Alone, this gives me 90s immature IMX vibes. Listen to this. Hey, y'all can call me what you want. I was actually surprised that I enjoyed some of his songs. I really hope he doesn't get on some BS and starts dropping mid after this. At the time of recording this video, 4Bats decided not to do an XXL freestyle. So yeah, he already messing up.